What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all of you are having a great day so far. Um, okay, let me get into this episode. GH, that whole scene with Milo, Lulu, Dante, that shit was crazy. Lulu, I don't know when she gonna get her memory back. It's looking like it's starting to come back to her in bits and pieces and stuff like that. I don't know. That's just the way it's looking. So she remembers somebody dragging her, but she's not sure who it is. It could be Stavros, even though I think we all know it's Stavros that was dragging her, but she's not 100% sure. But she knows somebody was dragging her and stuff like that, So she woke up out of a dream and Milo was there to comfort her and figure out what was going on. I feel bad for Milo because every chick he likes or tries to talk to, they're either in a relationship or married or whatever like that. Why can't the writers just fix him up with somebody that's new to town, single, no baggage? Do it like that. Milo's a nice guy. So anyway, Dante was on the Hornet Star and Luke was up there and they started talking about how to get Lulu to remember. So Luke came up with the idea of luring Lulu down to a Hornet Star. Because of the bullet holes and stuff that was on the Hornet Star boat to get Lulu to sign it. So Dante went over to Milo's apartment. Lulu got dressed and he was telling Milo not to get too comfortable with Lulu or whatever like that. And not try to make any moves on her or whatever. Dante just needs to shut his little jealous ass up. Like, this dude is not keeping Lulu from going to your house. She's not keeping Lulu away from her family. How is Milo keeping Lulu away from her family? Lulu's keeping herself away from her family because she doesn't remember her family. So she don't feel the need to stay at Dante's house, at Dante's apartment. So I don't get why Dante's so upset with Milo. Be upset with yourself. Don't be upset with him. Lulu can't remember who the hell you are. So be it. So he takes her to the Hornet Star, shows her the bullet holes and stuff like that. Then they start talking. He's trying to lure her into remembering about their life together, how they met, how they first kissed. And I could tell she kind of can't remember, but it's like she's trying to remember. Hopefully her memory comes back soon. Because Dante's a little jackass. Anyway, Scott Baldwin, he's at the fucking Floating Rib with Lucy Coe, and he's telling Lucy that him and Laura are getting married today. They're finally gonna get married today, but he's a little nervous about it because he feels that Luke Spencer might try to interfere with the wedding. That he might try to interrupt the wedding and stuff like that. So, he's a little nervous about it. So Lucy tries to tell Scott, reassure him that he's won Laura's heart and that there's nothing that's going to get in the way of that. Scott is a little midget. He a little leprechaun. Short bastard. I like Scott Baldwin sometimes, but he just annoys me. So Kevin Collins comes in, Lucy Cole's husband. Comes in and see Lucy hugging her ex-husband or whatever. So him and Lucy start talking about a patient that he's been spending a lot of time with in Seattle and stuff like that. And he reveals that Carly's mother, Bobby Spencer, is pretty much dating Noah Drake. So they're pretty much dating. And Kevin reassures Lucy that there's nothing going on between him and his patient or something like that. Lucy's nuts. Crazy ass. Anyway, Laura goes to Windermere to see Nicholas and talk to him about the wedding and to invite him to the wedding and tell him that they're getting married at the courthouse today. And Nicholas, he's a little, he's not really friends with Scott Baldwin. He doesn't really like the guy, but he's willing to accept his mother's marriage to him. If Scott is who makes her happy, he's okay with them getting married. He's not trying to object or nothing like that. So he offers Laura the house. He offers her Windermere to get married in. He was going to buy a bunch of flowers, liven the place up. And he just wanted to make sure Laura was 1,000% sure about her decision to marry Scott, because she loves Luke, but she claims that she's over Luke and that they're done. So in comes Leslie Weber and Spencer Cassadine, Laura's mother and Nicholas's son. So they come in from Greece, and Laura tells her mother that she's marrying Scott. Laura was pissed. Leslie was pissed, because she hates Scott Baldwin because of everything he's done to Laura and him killing her husband Rick Weber, all those years ago. So Leslie can't stand him, and she, I think Leslie was always quite fond of Luke, and she wants Laura to be back with Luke instead of being with Scott. So she was trying to ask Laura, is she 100% in love with Scott instead of Luke? And Laura, she tried to reassure her mother that she was in love with Scott and wanted to marry him and not marry Luke and whatever. So Leslie tells Laura that over her dead body will she marry Scott Baldwin. So Scott walks in and pretty much tells Leslie that what happened to Rick was something that he regret, and it was a long time ago, and that he's going to marry Laura with or without her blessing. I could tell Leslie wanted to spit in his face, but I think deep down Laura is definitely marrying Scott out of obligation because she doesn't want to hurt him or break his heart. But I think really she's really in love with Luke. It's obvious. And Luke is at the Floating Rib having a drink. Scott went to go see Luke, pretty much to harass him and talk shit, tell him that he's gonna be an old coot by himself. If I was Luke, I would have knocked him the fuck out, but it is what it is. I think Luke definitely should stop the wedding, but I think Laura should stop the wedding because it's obvious she don't want to marry this person. She wants to really be with Luke. That's the person she really wants to marry. So I think she's not gonna marry Scott. I don't believe she will. I highly doubt it. Anyway, I hope all of you have a great day. I'll see all you tomorrow. Have a great day.